Hello, and welcome back to Mr. B Teaches History. Today's lecture will examine how the railroads became the first big business in the United States and would soon set the example for the rest of the Industrial Revolution in the United States. So let's get started. In the United States, the railroads were the first examples of what we might call big business, and other industries copied their structures and systems. The railroad combined leadership, money, technology, markets, labor, and government support to create an industry and businesses that were too big to fail. It also developed complex structures in finance, business management, competition, and the modern stockholder corporation. Railroads affected the daily routes of life and created national markets that encouraged industrial mass production and specialization that promoted the growth of other industries like coal, steel, and oil. The eastern trunk lines of railroads were built or bought by Cornelius Vanderbilt. He bought and merged multiple local railroads to reduce the inefficiencies of their individual systems. That set the standard of excellence and efficiency for the rest of the industry into the future. The western lines were built by the settlement of the western frontiers, which promoted settlement of the Great Plains and linked the east and west to create a great national market for many goods and products. The western lands were able to accomplish this because the government provided loans and land grants to encourage the building of railroads. The government also expected preferred rates for government transportation. The government expected the railroads to sell the land to finance their construction. There were also many negative consequences and failures to this system. First, many of the railroads were built poorly and hastily, leading to accidents and continued reinvestment to replace the bad tracks. The railroads also bribed all levels of government to achieve more power or benefits for themselves. There are also protests that railroads owned most of the land out west. The transcontinental railroads that were built may have helped settle the West, but they failed as businesses because there were too few customers and little promises of profit. The investment in railroads led to a lot of competition, but many only entered the market to make quick money by selling off their assets. Many competing companies would offer rebates and kickbacks to favored shippers while charging higher rates for smaller customers. These small railroads create pools and trusts to set fixed rates and share traffic so that they would not have to compete directly with each other. The Panic of 1893, though, forced 1/4 of all railroads into bankruptcy. This led many bankers to buy the bankrupt companies and consolidate them together so that 7 companies owned 2/3 of all railroads, which were controlled by a few powerful men who ran multiple companies. These remaining companies eliminated competition, stabilized rates, reduced debt, and made the system more efficient. There were early attempts at state level to regulate railroads, but they failed due to the federal courts striking down the laws as being a hindrance to interstate commerce.
If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or clarifications you would like to make about this lecture, please leave a comment below. If you learned something new, please consider leaving a like. If you would like to receive notifications of more content like this, please consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell. If you would like to support this channel and creator financially, please check out the links in the description for merchandise or sites that will provide me direct financial support for the work of this channel. Thank you for your time and have a great day. Class dismissed.